All right, thanks, guys. Welcome to the show. Obviously, we are on the road again, and as a matter of fact, I'm actually outside of a Panera Bread where I just had a hearty lunch. It was one small sandwich for $13 and no drink. So, wow, Panera Bread getting the job done. It was a very tasty sandwich, but $13 for a sandwich, no drink. Very weird proposition there. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Once again, like I said, I'm traveling, but we do have some NBA, some college, and some NHL. So let's get into it, beginning with the Knicks at Washington. Now, that's going to tip off shortly from now. That is a 3 o'clock Eastern tip-off at the O2 Arena across the pond. Now, Washington opened 7, up to minus 7.5. Total opened 228, down to 227 and a hook. 67% are leaning Washington, 67% shaded toward the under. And at the moment, the Knicks are plus 250 for some money line cash. Now, if you like the Knicks in this spot here, I really don't think it's too bad of a spot for you. They're taking on a Washington team who's failed to cover in 17 out of their last 23 away from home, just 6-17 against the spread on the road. They're also covering just 37% of their games, taking on teams under 450. And the Knicks on their side of things, well, they're 4-2 against the spread in their last 6. Now, when it comes to the injury report and the scoring, we do have Enes Kanter out for the Knicks for political reasons, obviously. Does not want to make the trip. Although I don't know if that was confirmed, if he made it or not, but he's certainly not playing in that one. Meanwhile, on the Washington side, they're 4-2 to the over in their last 6. So with all that said and done in this one, I'm going to purchase the hook, buy it up, and take the Knicks plus 8 and the over 227.5 in that one. And before we go ahead and move on, I just want to take a quick timeout and just welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Thursday's NBA, hockey, and college basketball action. But before we get into some more of that, I just want to quickly remind you to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage. And guys, we had another winner last night on the daily best play. That's going to put us at 10-4 in our last 14 daily best plays on that website. So with a documented record of 10-4 in my last 14 daily best plays on that website, you're certainly costing yourself some valuable information each and every day you're not subscribed. Now, memberships begin at just $1.99 per month, and that is for that daily best play. It'll only cost you $1.99 per month for access to that daily best play. But there's also plenty of free content there as well. So once again, please feel free to just pause this video right now, open up your browser, and all you got to do is type in patreon.com/BrockPage. It'll only take you a couple of seconds. Link is in the description section below. And if you are a current patron of mine and you're currently watching me right now, I simply cannot thank you enough. You most certainly make it all worth it. Now, with all that said and done, let's get back to brass tacks here. Let's get back to business. All starts Eastern Standard Time for Thursday night's leans here. And up next, we have Philadelphia at Indiana, 7 o'clock tip-off at the Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Now, the Pacers open 3, down to minus 2.5. Total open 225, down to 224 and a hook. 53% are leaning Philadelphia, 73% shaded toward the over. And at the moment, the Sixers are plus $1.25 for some money line cash. Now, if you like the Sixers in this spot here, just keep in mind they're taking on a Pacers team who is 15-5 straight up at the Bankers Life Fieldhouse. They're also 9-1 straight up in their last 10 at home. The Pacers rank first in home scoring, first in home field goal percentage, and second in defensive scoring. Now, on the Sixers side of things, they're just 8-14 against the spread when traveling. They're also covering just 38% of their games as the official road underdog. Now, when it comes to the scoring, Philly's 2-0 to the under in their last 2 against Indiana. Indiana's also 14-6 to the under in their games at the Bankers Life Fieldhouse. So with all that said and done, I'm going to purchase the half a point, slide it down, and take Indiana minus 2 and the under 224.5 in that one. All right, next game, Sacramento at Charlotte, 7 o'clock tip-off in the Queen City. There are 2 Queen Cities. We have Cincinnati and Charlotte. Don't try to correct me. Both are correct. Anyway, Charlotte, minus 2.5. Total open 230, down to 229 and a hook. 51% are leaning Sacramento, 69% shaded toward the over. And at the moment, the Kings are plus 130 for some money line cash. Now, Charlotte is 4-1 straight up in their last 5 at home. They rank 8th in three-point shooting on their home court. Sacramento, on the other side, dropped 4 out of their last 5 on the road. They're also just 1-4 against the spread in that same category. Sacramento is also covering just 40% of their games as the official road underdog. Now, when it comes to injuries, Cody Zeller's out for Charlotte. No reported injuries for Sacramento. And when it comes to the scoring, Charlotte's 3-0 to the under in their last 3. Sacramento 5-0 to the under in their last 5. So with all that said and done, I'm going to once again purchase the hook, slide it down, and take Charlotte -2 in the under 229.5 in that one. All right, next game, Phoenix at Toronto, 7:30 tip-off in the Big North. Now, Toronto opened the betting as the 12.5-point favorite. They're now laying 13. Total open 225, up to 225 and a hook. 62% are leaning Toronto, 63% shaded toward the over. And at the moment, the Suns are plus 375 for some money line cash. Now, if you like the Suns in this one, I don't know why they're taking on a Toronto team who is 7-1 against the spread in their second of a back-to-back. So you're going to have a lot of folks saying Toronto's probably tired, beat up. They're in the second of a back-to-back. They just lost to Boston last night. But Toronto is 7-1 against the number in their second of a back-to-back this season. They're also 5-0 straight up in their last 5 at home, 4-2 against the spread in their last 6 at home. Now, Phoenix on the other side, they're absolutely horrible. They're 29th in offensive rebounding, 29th in defensive field goal percentage, and 29th in offensive three-point shooting on the road. Now, when it comes to scoring, Toronto's 75% to the over in the second of a back-to-back. So once again, a lot of folks think they'll be tired, not a lot of scoring, think they'll struggle. But once again, Toronto 75% to the over in their second of a back-to-back. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean very chalky in this one. Give me Toronto -13 in the over, 225.5 in that one. All right, next game, Chicago at Denver, 9 o'clock tip-off in the Mile High City. The Nuggets open 12, up to -13. Total open 212, up to 214. 69% are leaning Denver, 67% shaded toward the over. And at the moment, the Bulls are plus 800 for some money line cash. Now, Denver is 18-4 straight up overall at home, 14-8 against the spread in that same category. The Nuggets are first in the association in defensive rebounding, third in three-point defense at home, and fourth in defensive scoring at home as well. Now, Chicago, they lost 9 out of their last 10. They're also covering just 33% of their games. That tipped off at the current point spread. Now, when it comes to the injury report, Carter's out for Chicago. Harris is questionable with a thumb for Denver. And when it comes to scoring, Denver's 3-0 to the over in their games at the current posted total. So with all that said and done, another home chalk in this one. Give me Denver -13 and the over 214 in that one. All right, next and final game for the NBA slate. It is going to be Lakers at Thunder, 9:30 tip-off at Oklahoma City. OKC open 10, up to 10.5. Total open 226, down to 225 and a hook. 62% are leaning OKC, 64% shaded toward the over. And at the moment, the Lakers are plus 445 for some money line cash. Now, if you think OKC is just going to absolutely decimate these guys without Rondo, without LeBron, just keep in mind, OKC, they're struggling a little bit as of late. Just 1-4 straight up in their last 5. 1-4 against the spread in that same category. Now, OKC has been really bad from beyond the arc. OKC's 30th in three-point shooting. Let's try that again, Brock. Excuse me. That was all that Panera bread. Anyway, OKC ranks 30th in three-point shooting. 25th from the line at home. So, not good from beyond the three-point line, and not good from the foul line as well. Now, injury-wise, we have Nerlens Noel and Al Brines out for OKC. And like I said earlier, we have James and Rondo out for the Lakers. And when it comes to the scoring, Lakers are 6-0 to the under in their last 6. So with all that said and done, I'm going to purchase the hook, buy it up, and take the Lakers plus 11 and the under 225.5 with the backups. All right, let's slide into some college basketball. Just have a few games here. They're obscure games. They're nothing that will probably even be on your ticker. You're going to have to search for these. But anyway, UNC Wilmington at Hofstra, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off at Hofstra. Now, Hofstra opened 12.5 down to 10.5. Total open 152 and a hook up to 153. 63% are leaning Hofstra, 72% shaded toward the over. And at the moment, UNC Wilmington is plus 510 for some money line cash. The Hofstra